Hi, neighbors. Happy freezing cold Tuesday. It is January 27th. And hi, I'm Mayor Angel Johnston in Three Rivers, Michigan. This is Maggie over here saying hello to and just being adorable on the couch with me. Tonight, I'm going to talk about our audit. And we had the city commission meeting last week, and I asked a whole bunch of questions, and I didn't have a chance to make a video. I wasn't feeling good Thursday and Friday, and I sort of just recovered over the weekend. So this is my first chance to sit down with you guys and give you the hizzy because, oh my goodness, there's so much in this audit. So first of all, if you want to see the audit yourself, all 97 pages of it, just go to threeriversmi.org and pull up last week's city commission meeting agenda. You can just go, there's a tabs on the top, go to commissions and then all meetings and then pull that agenda and you can see the exact same thing that I see. I don't get it any sooner than you. I don't get any more information or any less. It's all exactly the same for you and me. So I spent about 12 hours between Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday going over this audit so I could figure out what our finances actually look like. And overall, I will start out by saying we got what's called a clean audit, which basically, for lack of a better way to put it, the math is mathing. Okay. So Bobby Schoon, our finance director, she got everything right. Her math worked out. There were no mistakes. Everything came back clean. Now, that is not an opinion of how we're spending our money, just our accounting. So Bobby did great. Everything came back fine. But you guys elected me to be mayor because apparently you care about my opinion of our audit. And my opinion is that it wasn't that great outside of the math. Again, the math was just fine, but my opinion on our spending is completely different. So I've got my trusty laptop here and also really good article in the Three Rivers Commercial by Robert Tomlinson. And I think you can see that TR Mayor questions approximately $8 million in unused fund balance following audit. Yeah, big deal. So the audit actually showed $9.9 million, but as they say, that's just a snapshot in time. So Joe Bippus and Bobby Schoon tell me it's more like over 8 million, somewhere between 8 and 9 million. Now, this money is money that we just have sitting. It's not earmarked for anything. Nobody has any idea what we're going to spend it on. If they do, they're not telling the public or the commission. Now, I know that there are things that we need. We need a new fire truck soon. I think we're going to actually need a second one soon. Actually, Commissioner Stanfill and I had a really cool tour of City Hall and all the departments last week. Yeah, last week or the week before. Sorry, time is going together for me because it's just like Groundhog Day because it's cold and snowy every day, but really good time. I'll actually probably make a separate video on that. But I had a chance to talk with our fire chief and our fire captain and learn a little bit about what's coming in terms of what we need for the fire department. So, of course, some of that money will probably be going for a new fire truck, but it's not set aside for that. We've just got $8+ million just kind of sitting there doing nothing with no plan. And that's what really bothers me. So we have to come up with a plan. And from what I'm told, commissions in the past just got a budget from Joe and whoever the finance director was at the time. And they just go, rubber stamp, looks good to me, folks. And nobody ever really digs in. In fact, I'm the only commissioner who had any questions about our audit. I knew my time was going to run long. So I offered to everybody else, let you guys go first. Who's got some questions? And crickets. So I'm really concerned about all this money that's just sitting around not earmarked. Now, we can talk about that at a meeting. I highly suggest that if you're watching this this video, then I know that means you care. Send us an email. Tell us what you think we should be doing with $8+ million. One of my suggestions was to take $100,000 and spread it across our first responders as a bonus. Not even a salary change, but just a bonus. If we have more than $8 million, not unaccounted for, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like unprioritized. Why don't we pull $100,000 out and spread it over the guys who run towards danger? That's what I think we should do, at least with a little bit of the money. But one of the other things that was so concerning was that, and let me pull this up too. We have, I think it was $28 million in funds that, and hang on, I'm scrolling because I actually lost it here. and types, the audit. There's this issue called, I'm sorry, I'm sort of babbling here because I'm finding what I scrolled past. There's something called custodial risk. And basically, that is your money safe? So for us, for a normal person, we would put our savings or whatever we don't have invested into an FDIC insured bank account, right? And that way, if the banks ever fail, we know that the government's got our back and we're going to get back the money that we put in. Now, there are different limits. I think 250,000 is pretty common. And if you put in 260,000, you might lose that 10 if the banks fail, right? So it's only the FDIC insurance up to a certain amount. Well, we had a significant amount of money that is not in FDIC insured accounts. Let's see. Gosh, sorry guys. I hate when I go live and I just lost something here. Custodial risk. Here we go. It was $27 million. My bad. I was $1 million off. $27,458,000 is just exposed to this credit risk. Now, I asked about this, and it turns out that this is just how it's always been. And Bobby is working on trying to fix it. Now, I came up with some options for us to use to fix that. So I had spent 2 weekends ago Googling and researching and going through old textbooks. I'm a nerd. I keep them all and trying to figure out, what do we do with this money? And essentially what I found is there are a couple of options we can do. There's something called an ICS or a CDARS program where these programs basically take your money and they split it up into a bunch of different FDIC insured accounts, but you only get one statement. So it's not like we would have to have 100 bank accounts that we have to manage to take care of it. That would be the first thing I would try to do. Also, we could move our investments, or I'm sorry, move this cash into authorized investments. I mean, how many people are sitting on, a significant amount of savings just in the bank? If you're doing that, if you're not investing your money, take an investment class, learn a bit about investing, and do something better with your money than just leaving it sit to collect, this much interest. Use it for something. I'm not a financial expert, but even I know that. So I would say we should be investing more of it. One of the other options was, let's see, that a common fix that Michigan allows is to use bank pledges and U.S. treasuries or agency securities. There's just a whole bunch of different things we can do. The most easy one was the ICS/CDARS programs where they split the money up. So hopefully Bobby is going to work hard and take care of that. She said she's on it. I'm going to go ahead and trust her, but I'm very nervous about the fact that, we've had a city manager in his position for over 20 years and he hadn't figured this out yet. So not cool at all to have $27 million at risk. And let's face it, guys, I mean, our economy is in the pooper. Banks can fail, and if you've ever seen It's a Wonderful Life, which I imagine most people have, what happened there is in the beginning was the bank failures. And there's no George and Donna Reed, sorry, I don't remember her name, to hand out their honeymoon money to make sure that everything gets okay. We're screwed if the banks fail. We lose $27 million as it sits. Now, back to this, somewhere between $8 and $10 million that we haven't made any plans for. I would really like to see the citizens tell us what they want us to do with this money. We can't drink our water. We have underpaid first responders. Those are two huge concerns of mine. And it seems to me that at this point, it's not whether the city can afford to fix those two issues. It's whether or not we're prioritizing it. And I think the answer is we're not. So that's where you guys come in. Think about the things that are important to you. Think about what you want to see the city do with your tax dollars. Oh, another fun thing is that we extracted another $249,000 in property taxes from us, from our neighbors. And what are we doing with it? Who knows? Who knows? So I highly suggest that you guys put your thinking caps on and come up with some things that you think this money should be going for. I'm going to keep pestering city management and letting them know every 2 weeks at every meeting, we need to be working on this. I want to see what your proposals are. And as I told people at City Hall when I was there, I have vacation days planned to go ahead and help with the budget. I am not just going to have them present something to me and say, okay, here's the stamp. You get my okay. We need to make some big changes, but I need to hear from you. I can't do this myself. I've been saying that since I was campaigning. I need you to help me to help this city. So again, put your thinking caps on. Let me know what you think the money should be going towards. You can email me at mayor@threeriversmi.org. Please don't just pop this in a Facebook post. It's going to get lost. Send me an email or show up at City Hall. That's even better. Meetings are the first and third Tuesdays at 6:00. You can speak at public comment about anything that's not on the agenda, or if there's an agenda item that you care about, go ahead and I'll offer you a chance to speak. If I forget, which occasionally I do. Hey, public comment, just raise your hand. I promise to stop whatever I'm doing and, allow you to address us. I'm still getting the hang of how these meetings go. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time and I hope to hear from you. So looking forward to it. Have a great night. I think I'm going to roll right into another live video about what I learned at City Hall. So stay tuned. Take care, everybody, and stay warm out there.